Okay, this is to answer a question that some people have been asking. They want to know how many minis should go in each thing. Well, you have, in every infantry, you have 6 bases, and they're approximately the size of small bases in Flames of War, and they have 4 guys on each. And then the skirmishers have 2 guys on. This is 1 infantry battalion, and usually there's 2 to anywhere like 7 of these guys in a brigade. And then you have a couple brigades usually in your division. I hope that answers questions of a lot of people. These miniatures are in the process of being painted, but I'm going to make another video about how I'm designing my forces right now and the things that I'm thinking about. Now this might be a little bit more definitive. Excuse these homemade things. These are things I'm just trying to learn the game with until my models come in and get ready. Right now I just have a few actually a British brigade of infantry and horse artillery, and that's it. But I use these, and you can see there's 4 on each base, and these are the smaller type bases. The larger type bases, which are almost like the medium bases, a little bit wider or fatter, and you put 3 cavalry on them, or 2 for the commander. The small base gets a sub-commander, and then you've got the larger base again for the cannon. There's a much longer base. You can see from the picture over here, you see the cannon, and then there's the limber on the bottom there. There's a special length. The way that you set up your force, you can see every infantry, let's see if I get a better shot, every infantry has 6 box all the time, and usually 2 skirmishers. Light infantry can deploy more, and then you've got your commander, your sub-commander. The cavalry have 4 bases and 3 on each, so I mean you've got 12 models for your cavalry, and then 1 for your commander, and you've got 4 on each of the infantry bases, so you're talking 24 plus 4 for the skirmishers, so 28 per battalion there. And then for the cannon, it's anywhere from 3 to 4 cannon, depending on your thing. You can see the amount of bases and skirmishers on the lists. If you take a look at the force list on the ones online, just print them out. Just take a look at them. You can see here how many bases you have, how many skirmishers, and then for here, then for the cavalry you got 4. And then for the guns, how many guns you have and how many howitzers. On the printouts online, they won't show you the howitzers. I think they just show you the guns because it's an older rule set. But that's how you look at it. Again, you look at the force organization just like you do in Flames of War. And what I'm planning on doing is putting together a young guard infantry brigade. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this option, the light cavalry, the French old guard cavalry, and that's it. Just 3 things, and I'm done. And you can see here, for a 1,500 point, which is what seems to be the going rate, 900 points for the French young, but I get 5 battalions in there. One of them's artillery, so real good combination. And then I've got the light cavalry for 240, so that brings me up to 1140, and I get 2 regiments of that. And then in reserve, let's see, reserve over down here, French Old Guard Cavalry, 360 points. That gets me these awesome cavalry and horse artillery. And that's it. That's my 1,500 points. I'm going to have, basically what I'm buying is a horse artillery, light cavalry, a light cavalry brigade box. I'm already ordered the line infantry, which is basically going to be light infantry, just paint them up as the young guard, and then a foot artillery box. They come in these boxes from, as you saw in my first video. So you can see here the British line infantry comes with 4 battalions. You can get blisters of single battalions each. Now if you already have the models, then just go order the bases, and just realize that you have 6 bases for infantry, 4 bases for cavalry, and 3 to 4 bases for your cannon. And you're good to go. You're ready to start. So if you've got models that are just sitting around, nobody wants to play the rule set, this is something I think people are going to warm up to if they're not really into Napoleonics. Usually people that are into Napoleonics are very dedicated. They want to play a great simulation, something that is very deep. This is much more simple than, much more Flames of War type. So a lot of people have fun with this. It's a real good intro to war game. It kind of ease people into Napoleonics, so you don't have to be so incredibly dedicated as these other people are. So there you go. That's how you set up your forces, how many models you need and what kind of bases. There is a printout, and I've got it over here. I forgot exactly where I got this from, but these are the measurements of the bases here so that you can practice like I did with these things and then know how many models you're going to need for each base. I highly recommend that you check those things out and see what you can do. Thanks.